Good morning, everybody, and this is Auntie, and I am coming back to do my review on 90 Day Fiancé, Season 5, Episode 21, Out of Nowhere. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. And to all of my nieces and nephews who have been with me from the long haul, thank you so much for being here. Hey, Rachel. Hey, Chastity. I am going to come out here and do this review over because I have always promised you all that I would give you a clean version of 90 Day Fiancé, and I absolutely did not do that. I came out here like a cotton freaking raging bull. So I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead on to give the people something that they can feel. Okay, so if for all of you all who saw Auntie the first time, y'all know I was completely and totally off the Richter scale because I was like completely and absolutely done with Nicole's trifling tale. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead on to give you all a clean version like I always promise you that I'm going to do, and I'm glowing. Okay, so let me sit back here. All right, so I am glowing. So hey, how you doing, boo? Hey, Marjana, I'm glad you could be here too. All right, so I'm going to make this real quick because I got other stuff I got to do, but I'm going to come back out here at 9 o'clock tonight. So anyway, we open up this episode with words up on the screen. Okay, anytime you see words on the screen, you know it's about to be off the chain, completely off the Richter scale. The cameramen have come into the house for the taping for the morning, and they have walked into a battle zone. Nicole is in full-fledged, just off the Richter scale, okay? Here she is out here going off in the aunt's house. Nicole's going off in the aunt's house because there was an argument that ensued between her and Azan. She felt like Azan went out for the night and her tail was sitting up in the house by herself, lonely. Oh, poor Nicole. She was lonely. So, we see, little baby May sitting in the living room with, I guess, one of the nieces or whatever, with a pacifier in her mouth. I told you all that baby sucked a pacifier because when they was down at the market and Azan said something about the pacifier, about giving the baby the binky, Nicole didn't want to give the baby the binky. You know why? Because she did not want America and everybody else to know that her baby is 3 years old and still sucking up on a pacifier. But you know what? Auntie called it. My subscribers called it. We all called it, okay? That daggone baby is too daggone old to be still sucking on a pacifier. And Nicole, if you ashamed of it, you absolutely should be. So anyway, we see Azan running up out of the house. The producers are running back and forth. The cameramen are running back and forth. The grip men, everybody's running back and forth. And like, what's going on? Talk to us. Tell us what's going on. And Nicole is like, I can't. And Azan is like, talk to her. I don't want to talk anymore. Talk to her. Nicole is coming out of the cotton freaking door like a big bull, okay? She's running down this, the street, running behind Azan. Talk to me, Azan, talk to me. He doesn't want to talk to her. He told her after last night, I don't want to talk to her. See, now this is the thing about it. She knows that she's already heavy. She knows that Azan is smaller than her. She has already sized him up. And then she gonna sit up there and put her hand on him and yank him around with his little Michael Jackson jacket on. You don't have a right, Nicole, to put your hand on anybody. Do you understand what I'm saying? A person is not a possession. What you need to do is you need to put your big girl drawers on, back up for a minute, and let the man process and do what the man has to do. But no, instead, you're gonna take your weight and throw your weight around and try to make the man do what you want him to do, when you want him to do it, and how you want him to do it. That is not your job. It's not your position for you to do. Do you understand what I'm saying? So anyway, Nicole is, running back and forth and everything. She goes down to the little thing and, down to the pier or wherever the hell she was. She got her finger in her mouth. And he just won't talk to me. I don't know why he just won't talk to me. He goes out at night and I'm left in the house by myself. Okay, as far as I saw, the man went out one time. One time, Nicole. You mean to tell me that you that lonely and you that insecure that you cannot allow that man to go out one night? All he did was go down to the little cafe and have a carton freaking espresso shot with his buddy. Now, how he drunk that, I don't know. But that's all it appears that he has done. Now, if he's gone out previous nights, TLC need to let us know that. But as far as I'm concerned, the man went out one night. And then you're going to sit up there and put your hand on him. Now, see, this is the thing that has made me pissed off and made me mad about it. If that had been a man out there putting his hand on a woman like that, we would have been outraged and calling for TLC to do something about it, edit it, take it off the tape, do something. We would have been furious. But guess what? Because it was a woman, a lot of people don't have anything to say about it and they see it a different way. No, men get abused too. That man, you can tell that he is an abused man and he is absolutely scared of Nicole. And he's scared of Nicole because she's big. Nicole, you sitting up there talking about something. I want Azan to talk to me. I want him to understand me. He's treating me like an American. You're acting like an American. She has to make a statement coming out her mouth talking about because of our president he sees her as racist, and because she makes comments about his movies and stuff like that he sees her as an American, and then he feels like she's against his culture. Well, guess what, Nicole? If you don't sit out there and do what you're supposed to do for the culture, if you don't talk to him and tell him, look, these are things that I don't understand, I'm not trying to be biased, or I'm not trying to be come off racist or anything like that, or unsympathetic to your culture, I just point blank don't understand it. I think that Azan will understand that. But when you're coming from a position that you feel like you're in power, you feel like you have everything, that Azan wants to come here and get that cotton freaking green card. So you can control that situation, but what you could not control was whether or not he talked to you or not. And so what you're going to do is bully him. You're walking up and down the street. The man can't even walk anywhere. You're walking behind him like you're some authority, and you got the right to put your hands on him, and what he's supposed to do, what you're supposed to do. Exactly, Gen X 80, they should have locked her up. And then the thing about it, here you got the cameraman and everybody else involved, and they're trying to break the fight up because you yanking him, you throwing your body weight in front of the door so that the man can't get by. Who the hell acts like that? What woman acts like that? A woman who feels like she is out of control. You are out of control, Nicole. And you know what? You do not have the mental capacity to be in a relationship with anybody. Auntie said it. You don't have the mental capacity to be in a relationship with anybody, not even your own daughter. You're going to sit up there and leave your daughter. You got the nerve to be talking about somebody leaving somebody when you have left May on several occasions to go out and do what you needed to do with a family that you don't know, and a family that you said don't even know how to speak English. So how are they over there taking care of the needs of May? And then guess what? Azan has been trying to communicate to you and telling you how that he doesn't like your weight, and how he wants you to be healthier, and how he wants you to work out, and how he wants you to change your eating habits. But you haven't heard nothing like that. Right, she pushes, shoves, pulls. Okay, yes. You don't put your hands on nobody and you grabbing him and yanking him and spinning him all around. This man is completely and totally out of control, and he's in his environment. And then you're going to sit up there and say, well, why do you want to do it out here in the street? Why can't you do it in the room? What you want to do? You want to take him in the back room, Nicole, and beat the hell out of him? Is that what you want to do, Nicole? You feel like you better off doing the abuse behind the closed doors as opposed to doing abuse out there on the street? But guess what? TLC cameras came right on time to catch everything you did. This man gonna try to get on the daggone van because he's trying to, get away from the situation. And here you come on the van with your ignorant ass self, and you get on the van, and then you got something to say to him. Talk to me, Azan. Talk to me. Back up, Nicole. That's what you need to do. You need to back up and allow the man an opportunity to breathe. And guess what? If he doesn't want to talk to you, and if he doesn't have anything to say to you, then guess what, Nicole? Be done with the relationship. Get out the relationship, Nicole. That's what you need to do. Be done with it once and for all. If Azan doesn't want to talk to you, there's a reason why. You all are not communicating with each other. You're not on the same level. He doesn't like you. He told you he liked you 55%. Guess what? I think that's now probably down to 20. And you know what, Nicole? You deserve it, because nobody has the right to put their hands on anybody. He is not your property. That's somebody's son, just like you're somebody's daughter. Your mother's sitting over there in America wondering whether or not you're going to be okay. She need to be praying for Azan to make sure that Azan is concerned, is safe. God dang it. I'm trying to keep this clean, because when I came out here earlier and I brought the little dirty version with it, you know what I'm saying, some people couldn't handle it. I had to block and delete them. I had to block and delete them, because what I'm trying to tell you is, you can disagree with what I'm saying out here on my channel, but I'm trying to tell you, don't tell me how to be. Don't tell me how to respond. I am familiar with the push and the shove game. So you don't tell me how to be. You don't tell me how to react. Now, I did tell you that I would have a clean version out here, but don't tell me how to be. I'm a grown woman, and I know how to be. And I'm going to tell you right now, you need to be saying something about Nicole. And then you got one of these women that's going to come out here on my daggone channel and tell me that she couldn't deal with the profanity. But, you know, and I use the Lord's name in vain. First of all, I'm saying got. Damn, G-O-T, not G-O-D. And you know what? You ain't that much of a Christian, and you ain't that holier than thou. Anytime you can sit up here and look at a show like 90 Day Fiancé. Because it ain't nothing but lies and deceit up on this show. And then she gonna sit up there and say, well, you know what? I cheated. Yeah, I cheated, but he needs to love me. He needs to love me. Give him an opportunity. Give him a woman to love, Nicole. You're not even presenting yourself as a woman who's lovable. Because the first time you put your hands on somebody, it makes you unlovable. Now you are controlling, you are dominating, you are manipulating the situation. You have taken charge of everything, and you're doing it physically. And physical violence is never, ever acceptable. I don't care who you are, whether it's a woman or whether or not it's a man. You have made yourself absolutely unlovable. Communication goes both ways. You have shown your immaturity. And you know when you have come over there, Nicole, and you haven't represented yourself well from giddy up. You came over there in the aunt's house, okay, from day one. Day A. We didn't even talk about day G. We talk about day A. And you're going to sit up there and tell the aunt, ask the aunt, can you have sex up underneath her roof? Day one. That's how you came, day one. Then you got a baby who's 3 years old that's sucking on a pacifier, okay? Pacifier. Then you still got the baby in diapers. How the hell is the baby 3 years old and can talk and walk and do all of that kind of stuff, and she's 3? Then, Nicole, you sitting up there and your baby don't sleep at night, getting the whole house up, okay? I know everybody's irritated with you. Then you're going to go up in the kitchen, okay, and make the baby a cheese sandwich or whatever you made the baby. You're inconveniencing to the whole cotton freaking family. You don't fit in. You don't fit in. And I did not like the fact that you would take your whole entire fat ass body and barricade the door and grab that man and throw that man around and push that man up the steps. Suppose you had pushed him up the steps, Nicole, and he had fell back down and bust all the teeth out of his mouth or hurt his eye or something like that. That's the problem with abuse. You may not want it to go but so far, but you don't know how far it's going to go. You pushing this man around, you got him in fear. He's sitting up on the van trying to ignore you, trying to diffuse the situation, and you still want to have it your way. Well, guess what, Nicole? You didn't get it your way, and you became more frustrated and more frustrated. And so how do you think that you're representing the United States of America? How you think you're doing that? And then you're going to sit up there and tell me something. I want him to treat me like a person. I want him to treat me like a single person. Okay, based on your behavior, how do you think that you should be getting treated, Nicole? You can't sit up there and make yourself a victim when we have sat here on cotton freaking in our homes, in the privacy of our homes, and we have watched you victimize this man and put your hands on him. It is absolutely unacceptable behavior coming from you. And then you're going to sit there, and when you're supposed to be having a conversation with the man, you're going to sit there and tell him, I'm sorry, but most Americans scream or holler. I don't scream or holler at no man. That's just not my MO. If I have to scream and holler at a man, I don't need him. I don't need him. I don't need him. I don't need him. If I got to put my paws on him, I don't need him. I swear to God, I don't need him. I don't need anything in my life that I have to abuse. If I can't be loving towards a man and loving towards a person, I don't need him in my life. And that's where you are. But you so in the now, and you so desperate because you want to have your way, because you felt like you've made a financial investment in this man. You've given him $1,600. You've come over to Morocco for more than 30 days. You feel like he owe you something. He don't owe you anything. If he wanted to make a decision to walk away from this relationship right now, Nicole, he has every right to do that. That's right, Katie Kelko, you want what you want. Now, the next stupid couple that we see is Molly and Lewis. Molly is sitting up here in this cotton freaking fantasy world thinking that she's going to have this wedding of a lifetime. And Lewis ain't for it at all. He don't want to have nothing to do with it. He's sick of Olivia. He's sick of Kensley. He's sick of the boring neighborhood. He's sick of not being able to go out. He's sick of all of that. He's sick of the father. He's sick of sitting up there and having to take care of somebody else's baby. He didn't sign up for that. He didn't sign up for that. And then Molly, you so dumb in your mind that you think that this man is going to make the adjustment whether he want to or not. He has to understand that I have a busy life and he's going to have to take care of my children. No, 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 no. What you need to do is you need to hire somebody to take care of your baby. You have your own business. You got your own money. Now, I'm not trying to count your money, but what I'm saying to you is you don't bring a man over here for the mere purpose of taking care of your children. Then you're going to sit up there and say, I'm hoping that you know what, he is not having a problem with the culture difference. Why wouldn't he have a problem with the culture difference, Molly? He's sitting over there. He was a single man. He said when he met you over in the DR, y'all went to the discotheque. He called his stuff discotheque. That's a straight up... If that ain't a culture difference, we ain't got no discotheques anymore. We got clubs, boo. We got bars and clubs. So, you're going to sit out there and you're going to have this man over here, Molly, doing with the whoop-whoop and the boop-boop-boop, that is not happy. There's nothing about him that's happy. He sat up there and told the producers, straight up to your face, straight up in my face, straight up in my face. Can you imagine me taking care of Kensley? He said, I'm sick of taking care of Kensley. And evidently there's some things that's going on behind the scenes that none of us is privy to, because you know what? He was talking to the cameraman very, 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 very comfortably about Kensley. He didn't mention anything about Olivia. He didn't say nothing about Olivia, because Olivia is marching to the beat of the drum right now. She's trying to accommodate her mother, and she's trying to compromise on this. So she's keeping her mouth shut. In addition to that, he's already got checked several times by Molly about what he said to her. So guess what? This man's riding in the car with you. He tells you that he missed his single life, that this is the worst mistake that he has ever made. Molly, girl, you are back in danger again. This man does not want any parts of your life. The only thing that he wants is a green card, and he wants to sleep with you, and he wants to be able to eat, and he wants a roof over his head. But all the rest of it, I'm telling you, he does not want a part of it at all. And he so much has said it. And the thing about it is the tone, the bitter tone that he said it in. He's not playing. He is absolutely, totally miserable with you. But we're going to get into that more tonight, okay? We're going to get into that more tonight. Then we see Josh and Aika. Josh is sitting up at the table with his boy Joe. I feel like something is wrong with Joe. Joe, go ahead on and do what you got to do with him. Y'all go ahead on and bang that thing out real quick so you can move on. Because guess what? Josh doesn't want that kind of relationship with you. He wants to be with Aika. He sits up there, Josh makes the mistake to sit up there and talk about Aika to Joe. If you want somebody to be for your relationship, then what you need to do is not sit up there and talk about what is happening in your relationship. But anyway, he sits there and he tells Joe that they had a big blowout and that she wants to leave. Joe now puts his mouth on it and says, you know what, she don't love you, because if she loved you, she would not be saying that she wanted to leave. Guess what? This man has not kept up to his end of the deal. Joe's going to sit there and say, it's not her responsibility to tell you where you're inadequate. Okay, well, Joe, let me ask you a question then. Whose job is it? Whose job is it to tell him that he's inadequate? I think it's hers. She's the one dating him, not you. Not unless that's the position you want to be in. You let me know how this is getting ready to play out. Because for real, you too involved, boo. You got too many emotions in it. I'm checking your emotions. You understand what I'm saying? He gonna sit up there and say that, Josh is not seeing the red flags. Ain't nobody seeing the flags. There's not a person on 90 Day Fiancé that's seeing the flags, including David and Evelyn. David and Evelyn have got on my last wired nerve. Do you hear what I'm saying? They have got on the one that is in the cotton freaking back of my daggone neck. David, you know what? At first, I was feeling you, but now you just complaining too much. It's too much complaining. Every time you open up your mouth, you got something negative to say. You know what? And that would drive me crazy after a while. Shut the hell up. Either you want to stay there or you not. Now, I understand, you talk about you looking for diversity, half the town is gone, and all of that kind of stuff. But you know what? This has gotten to be too much. It's got to be too much. Now, I'm not an Evelyn fan, never have been an Evelyn fan, and never will be an Evelyn fan. But this right here, this has gotten to be just a bit too much for me. The next couple we see is Elizabeth. Like, you know what? I don't even want to spend 2 minutes on Elizabeth. Elizabeth goes over to the house with her sister and they talking about the bachelorette party. Instead of them going to Vegas, they said, okay, well, we're going to go to Miami. It's closer. She's like, yeah, that's what we're going to do. Let me tell you something. Like I said earlier in my first review that I was cussing and acting like a complete and total fool out here on the YT. I would tell her, you know what, not a problem. Let's go head on down to Chuck E. Cheese. We're going to go down to Chuck E. Cheese. We're going to play a couple of games. And hopefully the little $5 thing will come out there. She said, hey, thank you, Candy Culture, for the $5 super chat. She said, Auntie, send Aika some of this money to buy herself a new contour palette. She needs to ditch her Mr. Potato Head contour, making her face look dirty. Okay? Thank you, boo, for the $5 super chat. This right here has gotten out of control. This girl is under this man's spell for right now. But you know what? The sisters have basically let her know this ain't gonna last always. You are an imposter. You're not being real and true to who you are. You're an independent type woman and you're not going to deal with this kind of mess. And I'm with the sisters. I'm riding with the sisters on this one. She absolutely is being a liar. Yes, she is. She's being a liar. So you know what? She's telling the sisters, y'all trying to make this thing about y'all. The sisters ain't trying to make this about y'all. They know you. They know who you are, boo. They know you a club or a party. You like the strippers and all of that kind of stuff. Stop faking. Next thing we see, is our girl Molly and Lewis again. Molly's at her bridal shower. She's, out with her little friends and all of that kind of stuff. And, they go to a little, looks like a gay club or whatever, where they have, what do you call them? Drag queens or whatever it was that, the people that dress up in different clothing, men that dress up in different clothing, I don't know what you call them, and I don't want to be offensive to anybody. So anyway, they went to one of those clubs. And, she's there with her girlfriends and everything, and they're having a good time. They're drinking and taking shots and stuff like that. On the other side of town, we got Lewis. Lewis is out with Molly's two brothers and with the cousin. And Molly gonna say, well, you know what? I know he's gonna be fine because my two brothers and my cousin is with him. Let me tell you something. Men are different than women. Women hold each other accountable. Men don't. The wilder he is, the more if he's wild, they're gonna have more fun. If he's subdued and sitting back in the corner, they're not going to have fun, Molly. You can't worry. You cannot expect a man to check another man because they're not going to do it. Every now and then, if they gone back, gone back for years and stuff like that, they might check him. But you know what? They don't know him, so they want to see what he going to do. They want to see how far he going to go. It is what it is. They go outside. Just goes outside, tells the limo driver, we're not leaving right now. We'll tip you very heavily, but we're not leaving. She said, not a problem, because I'm all about the Benjamins, baby. They go back in the club, and before they do, Lewis has a phone call with Molly. Molly is telling him, I thought you said you was going to come home at 10. Molly, that's unreasonable for anybody. I mean, come on, the 10 o'clock, that's unreasonable. He's letting her know, look, I'm the man, and I'm not coming back. I will be back around there about 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to make it do what it do out here. Let me tell you something, y'all. Tonight, we are going to ride this cotton freaking episode like a donkey. I apologize for everybody who saw me out here rare and foul, and because I did promise that I would do. But I'm telling you, tonight, we are coming out here. And we gonna make it do what it do. Lewis told her I would be home around 3. Around 3 mean 5. He said, I'm having a good time. And he told Jess, I'm the man of this relationship. That's what you want to be. But that's not what you are. And you know it. And you resent it. We see Josh with Aika. They goes to shooting range. Why the hell would you take a woman like her to its firing range? But okay. I know I don't owe any apologies, Simone, but you know I did promise people I would give a clean virgin. Won't be clean tonight. So anyway, he takes her to a firing range with Joe. Joe decides that he wants to have a conversation behind her back. Aika knows he's talking behind her back. She comes out there. Josh tries to throw, some, different conversation, and Luke acting like he's talking about ammunition. And Joe said, no, I'm going to tell her what I said. I said, I don't like you, I don't trust you, and I don't think you the woman for Josh. But Joe, that's not your position to say. It's not for you to say. And Aika tells him, you need to mind your business. This isn't any of your business. And you know what? I'm afraid she's absolutely correct. Y'all, I got to go. I'm going to be out here tonight. Y'all try to be here tonight because I'm trying to tell you, from Antonio to Nicole and back again, we going to ride this cotton freaking thing tonight. She said her sisters are only trying to help her. They are married and they understand that she won't be able to fake it forever. At some point, her true self will be exposed. You absolutely correct, Nashina Johnson. Absolutely correct. Cling, cling, and a cuff, cuff on this coffee. I got to make sure that I get a couple of flags for tonight and make sure I get the red cup special. I love y'all. Y'all have a great day on purpose.